Hi there, my name is Chris Collins. I'm here with British Garden Centres at Gardeners World Live. What a treat that is. And I thought I'd just give you a quick demo on a half-hanging basket. Now, I love these. And the reason being is on my balcony, I can put containers on the floor, but this gives me some elevation. So I can have a pot, colour, edibles, and then above it, I can have my hanging basket. It just means I get this bank of plants. It's quite impressive. But you can also maybe do a little one of those, give it away as a gift. And that's only a little one. You can still get quite a nice garden out of it. I like to use moss as my liner, and the reason is quite simple. Moss allows the air to pass through the basket. Plant roots like oxygen, so that helps. Plus also it's a good moisture indicator. So if it dries out, if the basket's not wet, I can see quite clearly that it needs a drink. So I will kind of, in a little way, you're kind of making a cake if you want. So you firm your moss in down the bottom here. It's a bit messy, but don't worry about that. You'll see that I basically make a small pocket with the moss. I get my fingers in there, really tamp it down, and I'm kind of ready for my first layer. So in goes a bit of soil. I'll lift this up for you to see in a minute. So you can see I've kind of got my first layer for planting. Now you might want to, at this stage, put a little bit of slow release fertilizer in. I'd maybe put a sprinkler of that in, or maybe some organic food pellets like comfrey, put a little bit of sprinkler of those in. Now, the art of this really, and this is a bit fiddly, but it works, is we want to go through the side of the basket. We don't want everything in the top, coming out from the top. We want it to cover the whole basket. So I'm going to utilise, the reason I like a wire basket is I like to come through the sides like this. So we're layering our garden up, okay? So lovely little campanula there. I've got a little bean here. This is little Felicia, sorry. And you're going to pop that through like this, okay? And then maybe another one of those, Felicia through the side here. You can be just a little bit delicate. They're quite tough plants, bedding plants. You can't just do this with bedding. I do this with tomatoes. I do it with strawberries. I do it with herbs. So I do it with all kinds of plants. And my favourite kind of basket is one that potages, when you've got a mixture of those plants. But this is a colour plant. This is a summer bedding basket. Give you lots of colour all summer long. So once these are in, I'm just going to pack my moss around the plants again. Push it in with my hands. And then I'm kind of ready for the top, okay? So I'll lift this up again, put a bit of soil in, push the soil down into place, push it down, and you can see I've got my plants around the side, and now I'm ready for my top plant, okay? So what I want is a dot plant, a centre plant. This little begonia works her wonders. This will trail as well, so it will cascade over the side. I'm going to just plonk that in there. I'll probably loosen the roots a bit. I should do this properly. A little bit of loosen the roots to encourage it into its new surroundings. So that'll pop in there. Again, most important thing of all the container is just take the air pocket out. Make sure you firm it in, takes the air pocket out. That way the roots can drink properly from the soil, the compost, okay? And then I might have enough room for maybe one more petunia. So I'm going to get this out. Okay, there it goes. Just pop that in the side here. That'll trail as well. Okay, these go a little bit deeper. Pop that in like that. So this is going to trail here. This is going to trail here. I'm going to get the moss up, get it in, and really pack that in, that compost. Really pack that down. Again, you might want to put a little bit of slow release fertilizer in, just so to feed the plants. I'm going to talk a bit about feeding in a minute and watering. So you go down there, so it's nice and packed in. It'll look a bit neater once the plant's established, but you can see. Little half-hanging basket with colour, okay? I'll probably put a little bit of moss on the top as well, as like a mulch, so it keeps the moisture in. And then what I'll do is I'll hang that on a rail, or you can put that on a wall. The big important thing with these is you water them every day. Don't forget to water. Check them for water, okay? You can't go away for a week and then expect them to be good when they come back, because it's such a limited amount of space, all right? So you do that. Check them for water every day, check them, pick them over, and then maybe also use a little bit of seaweed extract, which is my favourite. Dilute that, maybe every 10 days. Water that on, maybe 1 to 20 dilute, and that'll feed and make them really tough. Do that, that'll give you colour all summer long.